when there's you want to be out, grow your business outside of yourself, but you don't know what to do. Just make the steps. Just take the
Mm.
steps. Just one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. If that's where you want to be, just make sure that that's your goal and you stick to it, and you're going to find your way there. And there's no answer to say like this is like the magical way. You just have to keep going and doing your thing, and focus on whatever industry you're working on in the cleaning business, and be successful. It's
Mhm.
possible.
Another thing too, that I wish that I would have taken advantage of in the beginning, was really like knowing what my weaknesses are. Like, I'm good in certain areas, I'm great in other areas, but in certain parts of business, I'm not the best at. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until I had to really like kill my own ego and say, you know what, I need help here, and be able to start outsourcing in places where I needed help. So, and that's different for everybody. Everyone's going to be different. So you have to really know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then be looking to outsource your weaknesses as soon as you can afford to.
Yeah. And I'll just jump in and I'll say, because it's a very long winded answer. If I give you the whole thing, that's a course in itself, just
Yeah.
answering that question. But I'll do my best not to be too long winded. But I guess the first thing is understanding the mindset, right? Like, like, what do you want? Like, do you really want to stop being a one person? Because everybody don't want a big company. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You might be fine making enough, long as maybe you just trying to figure out how you can make more money and still keep it kind of small. But if you seriously want to actually scale your business up and not be a one person show and get out of there, like you said, first thing is you go ahead and make up your mind to understand that the more you're out there cleaning, the more money you're losing. You losing money every single time you do the physical labor part of it. So get
Mhm.
that part and understand that. If you can't, go watch my video, how to get rich cleaning offices. You look up my channel and look at that video. The next thing is figure out, okay, how much I'm gonna pay somebody else to do all my buildings or my houses, whatever type of business you have. Figure out how much you can pay each one for that building. Put somebody in all of those businesses or houses, and figure out, okay, now I got them in there. What do I got left as far as profit? Hopefully, it's pretty decent, because typically when you a one person show, all your accounts underbid because you was thinking about how much you need to make and you didn't even know how to charge properly. So that's the other thing, though. But put somebody in all those contracts. Have that tough conversation with your customers. I know they if you got houses in particular, they really gonna do it to you and hit you with they
Mhm.
only want you. You know what I mean? They act like you so special. Don't go for it. They ain't your best friends. It's business. So if they really love you like they say they love you, they'll be happy for you that you grow in your company, and they'll let you go. You know what I mean? So go ahead and explain to them, y'all growing, y'all expanding. You got to put this person in there, but you hired them, you vetted them, you trust them. Bam, they hired now. All right, bet. So you got that part in place. Set your date, and when you're gonna actually do this plan though. All right. So what's today, the 23rd? You make up your mind by February 23rd, you ain't touching near another house or building, period. And if that means you got to ride share to pay your personal bills, if it means you got to, you know what I mean, whatever freelance stuff you got to do, or hell, even get a job, long as it's a flexible enough job that allow you to still build your business and do that. And so once you do, just simply follow that, what I just said, pick a date, put people in it, and then from there on, all you have to do going forward is grow the company. So you focus on sales and getting more customers, put somebody in every time you get them, or even you can clean each new one. Then put somebody in it once you get comfortable with it. Clean the next one, put somebody in it. But either way, just make up your mind that you cannot be the one out there doing the work. So that's my advice on that.
Yeah, and if you are, I remember being the one out there doing the work, and I made sure that I was learning something the whole time, listening to
Yeah.
a podcast. Like you got to do the double work. At that point, I'm broke. I don't got time to be broke. I do not like being broke. It's very uncomfortable. So
Mhm.
I'm like, let me get more information, so that I can speed this along. Just
Fact.
listening about how other people grow their business. Like there's this podcast called How I Built This, where they have
Oh yeah.
successful people. I love that. And then they talk about like how they built that company. And you can hear they're just like you, they're just like me. And just things got them rolling. So that gives you more energy too. That gives you more ideas to figure out how to get your way out of there. You got to put good information in your head.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I just want to say this. If you don't do nothing else, Meet us at the Clean Biz Network Conference on February 28th in Las Vegas. Y'all go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets. I'm tongue-tied today. I cannot talk. I don't know what it is. I'm doing my best to like fight through, but it ain't working. But anyway, you know what? And then I made a joke. I'm always joking in my head. I'm gonna tell y'all my inside joke after I said that. Somebody probably said, that's because your ass sitting there drinking them damn beers, motherfucker. But first off, they ain't real, right? So they 0%. These
Oh man.
Right, Jay, I got you. So it's not that, thank you. But anyway.
Oh, there's no alcohol in there?
Nah, it ain't. It's 0%.
Oh, you like the taste?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a beer drinker.
Me too.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Try kombucha, AJ.
Oh, yeah, that is good. I
heard a lot about it. I haven't tried it. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, try it. It has that same kind of thing.
Yeah, the bubbles. Something about the bubbles.
Yeah. Nice and cold. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead and pull mine out 1 second.
Right.
Go for it. Listen, we welcome.
I'm joking.
That's what I do when I feel like I need to drink something. And then I know I don't need to. I get the kombucha.
It don't make you feel anything? The kombucha?
Not at all.
No.
Honestly, I tell you what.
I feel like it's good. I think it's good for your digestive system.
Really?
Good.
Yeah.
I hope so. I know the only thing it do kind of make me feel sluggish sometimes. So it does the opposite of what a real beer do for me. So
yeah, real one get you going, huh?
Yeah, I get going then. Just give me a number.
They put me to sleep.
Just give me a number.
They put me to sleep.
All right. Terrible T says, AJ, what would you suggest for someone like me that has $0 to start? I did purchase a DBA in the state of Oregon, no contracts, family, no friends. I'm so tired of being an employee. First thing I would suggest is you go subscribe to Raylan's channel, the Hustle Network, because I feel like the type of content that she creates speaks directly to people like you. So that would be the first thing I would do. And then also, let me put myself back. Let me see. I'm going to hustle. So if you got a driver's license, I'm going to ride share just to get some money coming in. That's what I did. I Ubered and then Uber Eats and all of that. Yep. So I will start with that to get some type of something going on. You got your DBA going. So since you were in this situation, I know I like to start with commercial myself. But in this particular situation, you probably want to get on apps like Thumbtack, stuff like that can find jobs for you and start taking them as you go. As you start to get some capital coming in, then go ahead and start. Okay, now let's go ahead. Maybe we might buy a lead from Clean Biz Network, or maybe I might take today, since I got enough money to pay the rent and the lights this month. Let me take some of this extra time to go ahead and get out here, go door to door with my flyers and start finding some commercial accounts. But that would be my advice. But just start somewhere pretty much like basically you in a sounds like I won't say what you in, but for me, it sounds like I would be in a desperate situation right there. So I would just pretty much do what I got to do. So get out of that situation. And then you worry about all of the extra shit later. But for now, you in hustle mode. So that's my response on that.
I mean, I agree. I agree 100%. I was actually going to say the ride share, Uber Eats, DoorDash. And I'm still going to say that. But in addition to that, what I would do is, get, $100, however much money it is, and go get you some flyers. And while you're doing DoorDash, you can either pass those flyers out, or you could go to places like U-Haul or Budget, anywhere that's going to have those box trucks where people go when they're moving. Take your stuff there. Take some of your marketing materials there, and ask the manager, hey, this is what I do. Do you mind if I drop these off? And the reason why you're dropping those off there, one, because it doesn't take you a lot of gas. And because the people who are coming in those places, they're moving, right? So they're either leaving a place that's vacant, or they're going into a place that haven't moved in yet. Either way, the likelihood of one of those places needing to be cleaned is really, really high. So that's a way that you can get some clients while you're still working, figuring things out, hustling. That's not going to take up so much time or so much demand. But AJ's right. You have to figure out which way is going to work best for you. But I would definitely look into doing ride share and then taking those flyers and dropping them off at U-Hauls or wherever. So that way you're attracting, or at least the people who you're looking for they're going to come in contact with your flyers, and then you'll be able to get clients that way. So that's a cheap way. It's an easy way. It's a fast way. And I know for sure it works because, in the beginning, that's what I did. So
the hustle was real. I did Thumbtack, I did Handy. I don't know if all you guys know about Handy.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah,
good one.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing now, if they're still doing that. You sign up to be an on-demand cleaner. Um, I lived in some apartments. They needed some digital creator. I was like, "What y'all need?" I was their digital creator. I was teaching kids in China English at midnight because it's like their morning time. Talking to them for $15 an hour. You do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to agree too. Yeah, you got to do whatever you got to do. Like care.com, you're right. Handy, Thumbtack. I mean, I remember one time when I was trying to get any residential, this was before Thumbtack would bill your card, but I had put my card information in. I just used my Cash App, and they tried to bill me for a lead after I had already got that information. And like I said, you just got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to start somewhere. You got to Craigslist, posting on Facebook groups. If you're looking for residential, I would post in, mom to mom sales, Facebook groups. I got a lot of clientele from that when I was first trying to begin with residential. I got clientele with Airbnb, with Facebook. So you just got to really be really resourceful. And at that point, it's like you're really just trying to get as much money as you can in that time frame to do what you need to do in the long run.
I agree. And I got a special announcement, by the way. I want to shout out to Day Monet Chapel. She just got her ticket to the CBN conference right now. So shout out to Day Monet. Appreciate taking it. Y'all make sure y'all go be like Day Monet. Go get your ticket right now. Y'all visit www.cbnconference.com, y'all.
There you go.
All right. What else we got? Somebody Williams right there. Hello, y'all. If a customer is dissatisfied with their service, what would you normally do? Give them a free cleaning to reimburse the loyalty between you and the customer. Yeah. So you said if they dissatisfied. Yeah. So first thing is redo it. Just go re-clean. Like see what's going on, and hopefully they can meet you on site. If they can't, then have them take that what's going on. But hopefully they can meet you there. You go back as soon as possible. You can go back the same day, but try to get there by tomorrow, the latest, and just have them walk you through every single thing that needs to be done, and then clean it. And then if you want to go the extra mile, you can give them a discount on the next one, or you can give them a credit on the invoice, or you can whatever. Free clean if you want. But I don't think you got to do all of that. Typically, if you just go re-clean it, fix it the first time, that typically will get the job done. And quite frankly, stuff like that, actually, you would think you were in trouble for that. Sometimes that'll make people put you on a pedestal. It's like, dang, they came right back out and actually fix it. So that relationship will actually help you more than your cleaning ability will in that situation. That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Thanks. We do the same. Actually, what we do is we'll go back and clean it and give them a discount. I want them to be very happy with something that made them very unhappy. I want to turn that around so that, they can still have their name in my mouth and my name in their mouth. I want them to still say Hostkeyper is great. They'll do this, they'll do that. So yeah, I give them a discount even after that.
Absolutely. I only can speak from the perspective of commercial cleaning. But one of the things that we do is after the very first clean, I always will reach out. It's set up automatically. Hey, this is me just reaching out to see how the cleaning went. And I usually will do this, and I'll put this in the email. I usually will do this because I found that it's easier to fix problems in the beginning than to change old habits later down the line. So if it's something that happened in the beginning, we can easily fix it. If it's something that happened later on down the line, of course, we are going to fix it. But then that lets me know, there was a disconnect somewhere with the cleaner. Maybe it's a management problem. Maybe it's a cleaner problem. Maybe they just had an off day. So a dissatisfied customer absolutely needs to be taken care of. But depending on where it is in your life cycle with the customer, it could tell you that there could be other issues that you may have to deal with. But it all just depends on where you are in that customer's life cycle. But regardless to where it is, make sure you take care of the customer.
Absolutely. I think also too, that's the reason why residential is just that's something I don't ever do anymore. But as far as like Airbnb, like if we do make a mistake, I do send out the cleaner. It happens maybe 2-3 times a year, but I also will do the extra thing like send a bottle of wine, send donuts the day of checkout, because it affects the host. It can affect the listing. If they are a 5-star listing, then that comes back on me. And I always want to make sure that we keep a very tight knit with our relationship, making sure that we're taking accountability. So I've spent money on wine, donuts on the day of checkout, Starbucks gift card, and that usually smooths things over for the most part.
Like it. All right. Shout out to Javier Medina checking in.
Hey, Javier.
Who else we got? Shout out to Karen Avelano, your clean business mentor. Right, checking in. She said, get them tickets, y'all. Make sure y'all get the tickets. Visit www.cbnconference.com. Sean Love, I believe this is for real, and he said, do they ever milk the clock on you though? I think we kind of covered it, but if you want to just touch back on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen them milk the clock. I will, pop up on them just in case. Like I'm like wondering what the heck's taking so long, but I will pop in on them. And that's something that like I tell my new cleaners. I know how long a cleaning should take. I've done it for quite a bit of time. But that's also another reason why I don't do any residential, because I feel like residential, you can milk the clock. Airbnb, it's like they have this time frame. You got to be in there by this time and you got to be out by this time. And there's really no in between that. I do give them a window arrival time, of course, but I haven't seen it so far. Sometimes things come into question, but other than that, no.
Cool. And I think this is a follow-up to what app do you use for clock in and clock out, as well as uploading photos?
So Booking Koala. So it has like a GPS system. You can clock in when they get there, clock out when they leave, and then of course they upload as many photos of the property during, the cleaning that they completed.
Yeah. All right, and then this is circle back to Terrible T. This is the one where y'all remember she was basically trying to get it, y'all. She's trying to figure out what to do. She got the DBA, but pretty much she ain't got nothing. So we got a little bit more context on what's going on. So she said she pretty much lost all motivation, quit the job, and just having a hard time getting another one. I know I need guidance and a positive outlook, but it's so hard to choose a path. I'm gonna tell you right now, that is you saying it right there. Choose a path. And it's like, and also have a positive outlook. Like, make up your mind. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's like every day, not every day these days, but most days, still today, I'd be ready to quit now. You know what I mean? I'm dead ass serious. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, what's the alternative though?
Yeah.
I'm not finna go work at nobody regular job nowhere. You know what I mean? I don't got no college degree. Like, I ain't got no choice. And I done already like put us on a certain lifestyle pattern now. Like, shit, I ain't got no fucking choice. So it's like, I think you got to put yourself in a situation and understand, like, listen, you ain't got no choice. What you gonna do? You can sit there and be miserable every day. What you gonna just take drugs and just, I mean, cause shit, you need some money for the drugs. You can't even do that. And people like, what the fuck is you gonna do? You got to get it. You have no choice.
And I think you should take what you're feeling right there, where you said you lost motivation, you lost the drive, you have no job. You should be all in. You should take every awakening moment that you have, getting up early in the morning. Can I call as many offices, whatever I need to? I need to post every single day, every hour if I have to. Whatever it has to be, you just have to put in that grind. It's going to take that grit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to piss you off. I'm telling you, that's what it took me. I had to get pissed off. Like, no, fuck this shit. I'm tired of all it. Like, you got to get that in you. I don't know what it's gonna take for you. I don't know if you got to get put out. You might still live with your parents. I don't know, because I know I got younger people watching my channel now. So I don't know. But whatever it is, and that was good for me. I got put out the house when I was 17, thought I knew too much. I had to learn the hard way, but it worked because I knew shit, I ain't gonna depend on nobody for nothing no more. Like, I got it. And it's like, so you need some of that in you. You're going to have to figure it out. Like we said, ride share, all the stuff that we said earlier, do that. But and then also, like, I think Mila said something important, which is listen to the right things. Like, you can't be looking at goddamn Shade Room and shit all on Instagram all day. You can't be watching the fucking gossip shit on YouTube. Watch our channels, the good stuff. Like, feed your brain all day. Don't be listening to that bullshit all day. And then even radio, don't even listen to the radio.
Exactly. Even the music you listen to, the frequencies.
Yeah,
Facts.
like when I was out there, I didn't listen to the radio. It was straight all positive thinking podcast, this type of stuff. Even my own videos.
She might need to get rid of her TV. See what she gonna
Facts.
do now. Shoot.
Facts.
I
I
was
gave my whole game away.
TV.
And there's
There
so
you
much
go.
content on all kinds of service businesses, not even just cleaning. There's so much different stuff. You just need to, I agree with all of you. She needs to just focus on what's really important.
Facts. Yeah. Mindset is key. It's always going to be the barrier to get you from where you are to where you really want to be. It really starts with your mindset. And AJ just said it. Like, no matter what you do is going to be hard, right? Business is hard. Looking for another job is hard. Working for someone else is hard. But you have the ability to choose where what your heart is, right? And being self-employed, being an entrepreneur, I wouldn't have it any other way. But I would be lying if I told you that some days it's hard, right? It's not always easy. Just because we live in a nice house in a nice neighborhood and my kids fly first class wherever it's still hard. It still comes with hard things, but I would rather have this hard than dealing with the other stuff. So start with your mindset, take in information that's good. There's a lot of audio books, a lot of YouTube channels. Put yourself mentally in the right place. And then physically that may mean moving to somewhere else as well. I don't know what part of Oregon you're in. Certain parts of Oregon are going to have more opportunities than others. So you really just have to really look at your entire situation and take inventory of the things that's serving you and the things that are not, and then make the adjustments accordingly.
That's a big one. My money started hitting different. My lifestyle period started hitting different once I left Virginia altogether and moved down to Florida. And it wasn't because Florida is better than Virginia. It's just simply because the change of scenery period. I could have went the other way, but as long as getting away from your hometown make a huge difference. And guess what? We got the Hustle Network in the house. Shout out to y'all. Everybody coming over from the Hustle Network. All right, what else we got? Celeste Moore says, what if you don't clean property in your subcontracting? How do you determine the time? What if you don't clean property and you're subcontracting out? You saying basically like you ain't never done the cleaning before. How you determine the time? And so that is exactly why I be saying when y'all want to come over here and y'all want to go straight to the cleaners automation program and skip the beginning stuff. I'm like, I mean, you could, but I'm telling you, it'll be probably better for you if you go ahead and get your feet wet first. Don't be scared to get out here and clean, y'all. I know there's a lot of influence on here that say you can start and run this remote cleaning business. And if they got that pill for you, hey, teach their own. But from my experience, I just can't see how I would have been able to pull that off without ever cleaning ever. So clean it yourself. Don't even try to figure out how you're going to figure that out. Now, I'm always trying to give you a guesstimated answer, right? So if you had to guess, you can use my app. My app will give you an estimate of how long it'll take to clean something when you put it in there. But is it always accurate? No. Because you know why? Because you don't know your production rate. And so how do you know your production rate? You got to clean. Like you need experience. So once you get your production rate, then you can go in the calculator and change your production rate from the standard ones that's in there to what you know what your company production rate is or what your own personal production rate is. And then the calculator can tell you the proper time. But the bottom line is just go ahead and definitely get that experience. And don't be scared to put that work in, y'all. Don't nothing come easy.
If she's saying she doesn't clean, but she's using a subcontractor to do the work, she wants to determine the time for that?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Where in my state, we don't necessarily need to. Because the subcontractors aren't hourly employees. So with our subcontractors, they're gonna get, they're gonna get it based on the job, right? So we give them a particular account. We say this account is gonna pay you X amount of dollars for the month. I don't care if it takes you 2 hours or 12 hours a night to get this done. This is what it's gonna cost. And it's up to you guys, it's up to your company, their company, that is, to be efficient in their processes and their services to make sure that they're getting it done in enough time for them to, one, make sure the job is done, but then two, to be profitable. So where we are, we don't really necessarily have to be concerned too much with how long a subcontractor takes to do the work.
Now, that's an excellent point. I do want to point out, though, so I paid by the job, but I did pay by the job based on an hourly scale. So I basically did the same thing, but I just didn't say it's, $20 an hour. I would say it's $80. So that way, if they go over, it's still $80. You know what I mean? And if they go under, hey, happy day to you. You got paid a little bit extra. But But that's the only reason why I would say, well, even with the subcontract, you might still want to know how long, just in case that's how she's coming up with the price. But I tell you what, another workaround could be, well, if the subcontractor knows more than you about the job, then have them come up with the price. Ask them to tell you how much they would price the job for, and then just add your profit on top. But yeah. I don't want to try to teach you how to be lazy either, but it is possible to do that. All right, we'll move on. We also have many mansions that we service, most of them with just one washer and dryer. Do you send the laundry money to your cleaners to take off site? That's a good question for y'all too, because I don't know nothing about them Airbnb. Or I don't know, Marcus, you don't do it. You Airbnb? No. Okay, yeah, so that's y'all.
Oh man. Go ahead, Raylan.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was gonna say the big properties, most of them will have 2 sets of washers and dryers, which thank God. But there are a few properties that don't. So I will have them bag it up, take it to the laundry facility, and it costs around, it just depends. It depends on the weight. So from there, sometimes it's not done within the same day. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's easier to take it to the laundry facility because you can use those huge ones and put everything in there. But for the most part, linen is done on site.
Yeah. And I've only had this dilemma like one time in my life when we went out to California, and it's like you couldn't get it done at the location because the apartment building had like a locked laundry place and they didn't have laundry in the unit. They wanted us to go downstairs. Oh, we always had to exchange money or go to the nearest laundromat. And I don't like this money exchange thing.
Yeah.
Just because I want to be in Paris while everybody's working and everything is still functioning. I do not want to be able to. A lot of my cleaners like, oh, do you do cash? No, I want to be in China or something, traveling. I don't want to be having to be kind of a tied to anybody. We live in the digital world. I need to do it online. So,
right.
that's how I am. So no,
I do find that the bigger places, like we have one place that has like 9 beds, and it's like, damn, like how are we gonna get all this done in this amount of time? So there are times where I'll just pick up the linen, I'll drop it off at the place, pay the lady to do it, and then come back and then just pay someone else to remake the beds again. But the bigger places are really like the hectic part with laundry. And like you said, in California, I can't imagine trying to clean a place or have my cleaner go downstairs, do all this quarter thing and all that. Yeah, that seems chaotic.
That's where we decided we have to determine what we're going to do with the laundry before we get started in that unit period. Yes. Before we even get started, what do you do with the laundry host? What do you normally do? Especially if they've already been doing Airbnb, tell me how it's been working for you, and that's kind of I just want to discover what's going on with them. How did they do it before? And sometimes if it does take longer, it's this is not going to happen. Or sometimes, it's just not going to happen. So, it's different places. I've done so many different things, but at one point I even had a service that picked up the laundry and brought it back because I just did not like having my cleaner come and clean and then go to the laundry and then be responsible for laundry, be responsible for the face towels. Do you know how many of those go missing? Be responsible for if the stains come out. That's not our responsibility. We're there to clean. I don't want to be a laundry person. That's another business. So
yeah. And I think having enough sets of linen also is important too. We have our hosts have 3 sets of linen. And when I started the business by myself in the beginning, I was taking laundry home because I'm like, there ain't no way I could wash 9 beds. Come on now. I had to take that stuff home and then just brought it back with me. Of course, I don't have my cleaners do that because, they don't have washers and dryers. I mean, some of them may, but I don't have them do that now. But in the beginning, if you're just starting out, I've done that plenty of times. There was times where I've had to get 5-6 B&Bs clean, and it was all on me, and I had to take the laundry home because I had to meet that check-in, check-out criteria.
But that's not right that they leave that on you. And I don't do that. That it's okay, well, the cleaner's just gonna figure out what to do with my laundry. That's not cool. You might mix match. I mean, if I mix and match it, that's not my fault. It's in my house. Why is it in my house? So I'm one of those. I'm like, I don't want to deal with the laundry. I'm not a laundry facility. Let the laundry facility people deal with the laundry. Unless it's in town. Unless it's in town.
Appreciate that feedback. Y'all asking questions above my pay grade. So
Yeah.
All right. The next one says, I'm 27, just started my cleaning business this year. Shout out to you. Do you all believe in subcontracting work when you have an overload of cleaning? Much love. I believe in subcontracting your work, period. Like the whole everything you get, because that's just the strategy that I like to do. But yeah, absolutely. Never do your best not to turn down work within your, what your company offers. So that's my answer.
I did it for the first time. We did it for the first time, I think. Was it earlier this month? Yeah, earlier this month. There was something going on in Houston. We had like a lot of cleans. And so we went on Facebook and just like, hey, anybody clean in Airbnbs in Houston? Got some people, hire them, love them. So the thing about it is their schedule is all crazy though. They try to get pieces of work all over the place. That's hard to deal with, but I tried it out. It was pretty cool. It was good.
In that, you just made me, you turning the wheel. The wheels are turning now. Like we'll do accounts, we'll have offices, and then they'll ask like, hey, do you guys do residential? And I always turn them down. I never really thought about bringing in like a subcontractor to do any of the residential stuff because I don't want to be bothered with it at all. Yeah. But now that we're talking, I'm thinking like maybe I might want to just like open another section of business to take on some residential stuff.
Yeah,
and I guess
go ahead.
Thank you. I was just going to say because I think that's pretty much what it boils down to. It's like, what do you even feel like doing? Like, basically, do you think that it'll be worth the risk? Because there is some risk there depending on what they're asking you to do outside of your original scope. So that's a good point, though. My bad. Go ahead, Raylan.
No, I was going to say the same thing. Like, I know our cleaners aren't that all that great in like move in cleanings. A lot of our hosts are like into real estate, and so we get so many of those, and I just hire that out, subcontract it out, because I just know that's not our strong point, and still make something, just because we're not all that great at move in, move out.
Have you guys noticed that though? Like the differences in how they clean in residential versus commercial, like taking a residential cleaner and then trying to make them into a commercial cleaner or vice versa. Have you guys noticed the difference in how they clean? Because it seems like for us, it always seemed like for us that there would be a disconnect. But we would have to retrain a residential cleaner to come and do commercial. I guess with residential, they pay a little bit more attention to because it's someone's home, and taking them into commercial is just a little bit different. Clients are looking for something a little bit different. I was just curious if you guys have noticed any differences at all when it comes to having those two different types of workers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even within residential and Airbnb,
I can trying to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody does everything differently. And the problem is everybody thinks cleaning is cleaning, but it's whole different operations. Even Airbnb, you get a residential cleaner in there. And if you don't tell them anything, if you don't tell them, okay, this is what you do, they'll leave the refrigerator with food in it because they're
my God. Tell me about it.
We throw away the food. It's an Airbnb. The next person has to come to a clean refrigerator. So it's
or stained linens. It's like, no, we can't put the stained linens, for the guests. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah. That's a good example because if you throw the food away in commercial, you can get fired.
Right.
They're all different.
Yeah. And I want to shout out Chris Cole because I ain't shout you out. I read your question and you said much love to CBN. So much love to you. Appreciate that. And also shout out to 757 in the building. Y'all know I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. Rep that. All right. But he said, if our target clients are doctors, dental offices, can the lead generation service be able to provide leads for that niche client? Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. Maybe we should charge you extra now because it's going to take us longer to focus on that one niche. But now we can do it. Actually, when we originally started the lead generation, we used to let you pick your own niche. But we stopped because every single body wanted medical. And medical, while we can get them, they take the longest to get. And so we're just backlogging the hell out of us. But yeah, you can though. It's right. If you write on the application, that's all you would take, they'll do it. All right, what else we got? We'll do it as a team. My bad. We'll do it. All right. Goddess Committee says AJ Love is big. Y'all already know. So no shame in my game. But he says 5 o'clock somewhere, right? That's what happened when you run the thing, when you run the show. Ain't nobody finna come in here and fire me from nowhere. All right,
you know, those cleaning, those medical buildings, dental buildings, those are pretty easy to get. They're not as hard as a lot of people. I tell you what, the next person, somebody else goes to www.cbnconference.com, get some tickets. I'll give away a free tip on how you can go ahead and get a dental account or a medical account.
Uh-oh.
Is that somebody just bought one?
No, that's me making the sound to you. That's my He's like, damn, that was quick. Right. That is the noise they make though, because I use Shopify.
There you go.
Right, but all right, we're back, y'all. Make sure y'all go to cbnconference.com, www.cbnconference.com, and Marcus Crocker will drop that game for y'all. He got a free way to get you would just say dental offices?
Dental and medical. Easy way to get them.
There we go, y'all. So make sure y'all go get that ticket ASAP. I'm gonna watch my phone, and we ain't gonna be up here too long either. So y'all got about 10 minutes to get it. All right, here we go. Thank you, AJ and team. Thank y'all. Good info from the panel. Appreciate y'all for checking in. Who else we got? Donnie says, how do you handle unprofessional clients? This is a good one. I have 2 apartment complexes, right? Because I'm sure we all been there at least once. Yeah, I have 2 apartment complexes and both office managers slow to pay and communication sucks. That is a tough one. I hate those situations. Y'all want to jump in first as I gather my thoughts? Let me read. I'm gonna leave it up so y'all can read it again.
I'll let Miss Mila go first.
Oh my word. There's so much unprofessionalism going on. I don't even know where to start.
Right.
But because people are gonna be peopling,
Yeah.
You got all kinds of people out there, and some of them are just a pain in the neck. When it comes to slow payment, also I don't like to play about my money. So especially let's say I let the slow payment happen no more than 3 times. I think 3 strikes you're out is my kind of thing. I don't want to work with you. You're not paying me on time. I don't need to have the stress. So I'm going to put the pressure on you. You're going to go have to find somebody else if you're not going to pay me on time. You see that I do the work. We come on time. We get the job done. Why are not we're not having our, and I might have this conversation just like this with them, just so they know I'm not playing with them, So a lot of times, a little bit more professional. And, I get a meeting, okay, can we have a meeting? Can we talk? Like, especially after like the first week or 2 weeks you've been working with them and you haven't get paid on time or whenever you're supposed to get paid, I have a meeting and I talk to them and I said, okay, we'll talk about everything. Like, how do you like our work? I don't get straight to the point. How, do you like our services? How is it going down so far? And then, okay, now let's talk about the payment. Like, I cannot function. I cannot operate my business without getting paid on time. I tell them what the real thing is. You got to be like, I got to pay my people on time. I got to get paid on time so I can pay my people on time. And we've got lives and so I give them the whole spiel and then they're like, okay. And then the next time they pay on time and there's no problems, But if there is, then you got to let them go. I would let them go.
I don't 1,000%.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on, to be honest. It's business. You're gonna come across those people. You're gonna come across people who don't want to pay on time, people who be on ego trips or whatever their thing is. But when it comes down to the money, I agree 100% with Mila. Like, but I don't even give them 3 times. You got like 2 strikes and you out.
Yeah, pretty much.
The first time, okay, we'll get things figured out. The second time, it's not happening. And, after that second time, I've been known, like, I don't mean to laugh, but I just went to, I gave some keys back in Seattle, right? I opened their door, turned off the alarm code. Put the keys on the thing with a note, put the alarm code back on, locked the door and left. And then we got a call on Monday, like, what's going on? Hey, we don't told you guys about the payment. Like, we got to live, we got to pay people. And I'm not going to pay you to clean your office. So, the money, you got to think about like your business is your baby, right? And just like your baby needs food, your baby needs warmth, it needs care, so does your business. And that starts with money. You got to pay your staff, pay everyone else. So just be comfortable with getting away from people who aren't easy to do business with. And lack of payment is huge on my list. So I have no problem cutting them people off.
Yeah. And I'll jump in there. I'll tell you what, as far as unprofessionalism goes, I typically don't do business with you. If you want professional, you coming the wrong way, never mind. Here you go. If you paid your deposit or paid for it, you can take it. I don't even need it. And I don't give a fuck if I needed that money today to pay my rent. What you ain't gonna do is do that, because then if you do that to me and then I, revert back and have the wrong reaction, that's gonna cost me my damn freedom and then fuck up stuff for my family and all that. It ain't even worth it. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I'll give you an example now, at least with the lead generation here recently. And maybe this person is watching and hopefully they'll learn a lesson, but I don't think this person will watch me anymore now. They mad at me. So they bought a lead from us on a Friday evening. For those who don't know, by the way, Clean Business Network is a real business. I'm just not some guy online selling courses. Okay. We got staff. We run Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Anyway, she bought leads on a Friday evening after hours. And she blew up every place you could find me on the internet. She in my comments on YouTube. She in my comments on Instagram. She in my DM on Instagram. She everywhere, all over. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because I typically don't check my phone too often, and I don't got notifications on or nothing. So I have to be on the app to see this shit. So anyway, so I go, I'm looking. I'm like, what the hell is going on? All these notifications. So I see her, and she and my boss talking about how unprofessional we are. She told me she didn't get a confirmation email after she purchased her lead. Now let me explain. The only way that can happen is either A, you mistyped your email, or B, it's probably just in your spam folder, or if you got Gmails in your promotional folder, right? Or if you got Zoho, it might be in your notifications folder. But either way, it's in there somewhere because it's automated. So anyway, this lady didn't get it, apparently. That's what she said. And I'm like, I apologize, trying to be patient. I apologize you didn't get it, but this is probably what happened if that happened. But we'll make sure we get you taken care of. So anyway, but long story short, because I ain't even gonna go too much into it, but long story short, I get her money back because I'm like, damn, you got to do all of that over a confirmation email, lady. What you think we're gonna send the lead instantly? It's gonna take you ain't gonna get the lead sometime next week any damn way. Why'd you worry me on a Friday evening about this damn lead like this? And I can see she bought 10 of them motherfuckers. You ain't paid for $175. Maybe you don't take this shit back, fuck from around my face. But anyway, so that's my attitude as far as dealing with unprofessional people. Yeah. And then I won't, because then I'll get unprofessional. I hate to do that.
Yes.
And then as far as the non-payment goes, we won't even. That's the same thing. I'm gonna stop. I'll actually draw that in the agreements. So if you don't pay, we will not continue to clean. Straight up. And we try to make sure that's known up front, because you don't, like y'all said, it's our money. We can't even function. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you one more thing about that too, with the unprofessional ones and all of that. Even when I was with a franchise years ago, because I know I started with cleaning franchise. And when they gave me a contract, and if I got there and I can tell that I was gonna get along with the person, I would immediately apologize to them and say, unfortunately, I don't feel like we're the right fit for this particular job. I'm going to let the franchise know so they can get you somebody more qualified to do the job, and let them know up front. And that's why I never used to lose contracts either, because of stuff like that. When I knew it wasn't going to be no good fit, I can tell this person was going to be fake, what they call it, OCD. You want to keep just looking for stuff like you ain't got shit else. I'm not dealing with that, man. So that's just my feedback on that.
That's one of the things I did hate about the franchise too, man. They would once you got in, it was like you made a deal with the devil. Like you stuck. You got to be with this client, man. That's one of the things I hated about them.
Facts. All right, what else we got? We got a couple. We're gonna get a couple more for y'all. All right, let's see. How do you guys do payroll? Is there software that you use, or can you do auto payment for employment, or just make checks? So couple different answers. So I know that I use Gusto now. I know a lot of other people that've been on here say the Gusto. In the past, though, I would use QuickBooks, and I would make them myself. I will order the checks online, and I liked it that way too, because you can print the checks yourself and give it to them, make you feel real good. Your company logo all on the check. You can take a picture of and use it on Instagram and show people, I got a real business. I ain't no fake shit over here. And then also, y'all want a secret? I'm not gonna give y'all that secret. If we was in Clean Business Network group, I'll say it. But you can use that to your advantage very well.
I already know.
And I think Marcus know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
I know
So
what you're getting
I'm
at.
gonna say that. But what y'all got as far as that payroll go?
Yeah, QuickBooks. You can use QuickBooks, Gusto, Wave apps. I personally don't like cutting like hard checks just because I don't, I'm like Mila, like it's a digital world. I'm gonna submit the payroll on Thursday, you're gonna get paid Friday, and you'll be back to work on Monday or whatever the next day is. They got to be at work. I don't I want to take out as many physical steps as I possibly can. So doing it digitally, doing it online has always been the best way for us, or the best way for me.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Yeah, I use Square just because all of my most of my funds go there. So after like Airbnb, after I invoice my clients, those funds are there, and Square has payroll. So I just use that.
All right. See what else we got. Hello, I'm based in California and have a contact in Arizona that would give. He said he put the Arizona on accident. He has a. Where did you put that up? You said you accidentally pressed Arizona. Would you be able to move? I'm trying to put that comment with this comment. He said he put. Oh, okay, back. So he did mean to put that. He was just saying he hit enter too fast. All right, so let me go back to this one. I'm based in California, have a contract in Arizona that would give me some quick work as a sub if I start doing biz in Arizona. Would that be a good move to scale? No. And I'm not saying because it's in Arizona and something wrong with Arizona. It's because of the way you asked me the question. You said you're going to be a subcontractor for somebody. That's the reason why I'm saying that. You said, is that a good move to scale? No, because if you want to scale your business, you typically ain't going to subcontract for somebody else. You're going to have somebody subcontract for you, typically. Mm-hmm. And then if you do subcontract with somebody, you're probably going to want to do it where you're based out of because it's easier for you to control at this particular size and just make sure there's enough profit in there. But to answer your question, the way that you asked it, the answer would be no for me.
Yeah, I would never be a subcontractor for someone else. Like it would have to be a crazy, ridiculous situation that I would never be able to get for myself, or at least be able to get for myself at this point. I just don't see that being a good move if you're looking to scale your business, going ahead and subcontracting for someone else, especially when, getting accounts, it's not, it is a skill, but it's not something that's as hard as, people think that it is. So if you're looking to scale, I would, be really, really looking to invest in education. And one of the best ways you can do that is at www.cbnconference.com. Make sure you're there, get your ticket. It's going to be a lot of game, but, don't look to subcontract for someone else if you're looking to scale. So
for sure. All right, next one. I thought y'all were waiting to see if y'all going to jump in there. All right, y'all, I'm gonna run through these real quick now.
The question didn't have enough detail, so I couldn't say anything on that one.
Okay. Tranquility Hub said that people like that are just looking for a blueprint. I don't remember who we talking about, but those people definitely be existing. That's all I'm gonna say. You said anybody advice? I'm still working an 11 to 6 job and growing my cleaning business. It's just me, and I fun undo all the work. Also myself, just trying to find a way. You work a 11 to 6 job. Is that like 11 in the morning? I assume 11 in the morning, 6 p.m. I will probably try to do your best to schedule all your walkthroughs at like 9:30 in the morning if you can, to get more customers. And then as far as the cleaning goes, you cleaning after hours more than likely, right? So I guess if you got a job, do your best to live on the job income only. Mm-hmm. Stop doing the cleaning. Put somebody else in there to do the cleaning, and then spend all your time dedicated to trying to close some deals between 8:30 and 9:30 before you go to work every morning. That's what I would be doing. And if you don't have time to, cold call or get on the phone, buy some leads at cleanbusinessnetwork.app, www.cleanbusinessnetwork.app, or buy leads from other places that can do that dirty work for you. That would be my advice.
Plenty of time. You can wake up at 6 a.m. to 11, work, and then after 6, stay up until midnight, work. I mean, it's possible. I've done it.
Work right now, watching you guys. That's what's up. You're doing the right step there. Right. All right. Thanks for sharing the quality information you give out. I'm going to purchase my ticket before the end of the week. Can't wait to meet you. Looking forward to meet you as well, Ms. Adrian. Appreciate you. Get y'all tickets at the cbnconference.com. Go to www.cbnconference.com. The best site to create a website would be www.cleanbizapp.com. Become a member. When you're a member, you're not just getting coaching, you're getting access to all our software and all that. And part of our software allows you to create your own website on it. All right, what else we got? On Airbnb, we always take a loss because, and not to mention, I have a tutorial that comes with it too. So I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how to do it and put you everything. All right. On Airbnb, we always take a loss because of the time it takes to wash. Biggest headache. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. But
price. I never take a loss. Do I look like I take a loss? Come on now, I'm a winner. I take no L's. No, there's ways around it. I got my course out there. I'm doing coaching right now, and it's actually pretty interesting. Like what I'm finding out when I'm coaching other people is like, man, it's y'all gonna help me build my business too, because it's like working all the time. You know, you're making my brain go. But yeah, don't take a loss.
And that reminded me of Cat Williams when he said, "You have an unhealthy allegiance to Lupin."
You do it look like I take the loss.
He just compared me to Cat Williams like a couple of weeks ago, so this is the second time I got. Oh my god!
Right. All right. Advanced advice said, really like your channel. Would you accept sponsorship offer from my agency? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely send an offer. I get offers all the time, but I don't think I've ever taken one. So we got our first sponsor for the Clean Biz Network conference, though. Shout out to Route and Ricky Rigolato and them over the team.
Oh,
shout out. I'm scared to click my button because I'm gonna have to leave and I'm gonna lose my spot.
Right.
Shout out to Ricky, you know. All right. But yeah, see, email me, aj@cleanbiznetwork.com. We can look at it and see if it's worth it. Eric says, do you have any, shout out to Eric, by the way, I didn't even know you was in Clean Biz Network. I saw your name a couple times on the live. Do you have any tips for building rapport and presenting your business as damn it, I can't see. I told you I was tongue tied today.
I'm horrible. You're doing really good, AJ.
Presenting your business as successful during walkthroughs. Although you are pretty small, I might not do all of the cleaning, but I do everything else. Absolutely. I think, you know what, Marcus, you I don't know if you probably don't remember what the hell you said, but I remember distinctively interviewing you, and you had some great tips about doing a walkthrough. And I forgot what you said, but I remember you said something cool. So if you want to share some walkthrough,
I appreciate it. He said, I don't remember what it was. Some cool shit. I don't remember.
It was good as hell, though. I forgot.
To be honest, man, like, you know, the walkthroughs or just acquiring customers in general, break it down into like 4 steps, right? And the first step would be just getting in front of a prospect, right? So getting the walkthrough itself. So that's the first step. The second step is going in, being knowledgeable, listening, building trust, right? So, you know, how you would show that you're knowledgeable is, first off, listening to their concerns, and then also validating their concerns, and showing them ways that you can educate them, or showing them ways on how you can go ahead and solve their problems, right? So that second part is really when the contract gets signed, in that building trust phase. Like, you build the trust, you're knowledgeable, you're showing them all the things so now they believe you, right? You sold them on all the things that you need to sell them on, that you're there for a reason. This is the point where the contract gets signed. Where you start to grow and start to develop your business and get referrals and all of those other things really comes in the third part of this process. And that's just going to be you deepening the relationship. You showing the customer, because now they're not a prospect, they signed the contract, so now they're your customer. You showing them that you're able to come in and you've already solved their problems. They're coming into a clean space. Their window sills are no longer dusty. That fly that's been in the corner of the windowsill or in the corner of the floor that was there for 3 months prior to you getting there, he's gone, right? You're cleaning out the garbage can. You've taken care of all of their pet peeves, and you know they're happy because you've done your due diligence. You sent your follow-ups. They're happy with you. This is the point where they're going to now start to send out referrals. You're going to ask them to send you out referrals. This is how you actually start to go ahead and grow your business. But going back to the second part, and then the fourth part obviously is getting paid, right? So it's a 4-step process. Getting in front of them, building trust, deepening the relationship, getting paid, and then it's just a cycle that repeats itself. But I said that step 2, where you're building trust, you're educating them, you're looking for the things that are most common. So the most common problems that they're going to have is dusting and the floors, right? They're going to have a lot of problem with dusting. I have a lot of problem with floors. Every now and then, everyone's going to miss a trash can here and there. But when you go inside and you actually meet with the receptionist, say, hey, my name is Marcus. I'm here to meet with Susan. We have a 10 o'clock appointment. When that person at the desk gets up and they go walk away, you can go ahead and run your finger across a picture frame or under the desk or whatever it is to see, okay, I know that this problem is probably going to be related to dusting. Or if it's not related to dusting, you can now show the person who you're getting ready to meet with, well, yeah, in addition to them not showing up or whatever the problem is, you also have a dusting problem. Now, if they're not dusting, that means they're not thoroughly sanitizing or disinfecting or whatever it is. Because if they were, just like I said, like, earlier in the video today, your cleaner has a dwell time. You're going to spray your cleaner on whatever you're going to spray it on, come back or let it sit, come back, wipe it all down. If the place is dusty, then they're not spraying everything and they're not wiping everything down. So the customer now has a bigger problem. And this is all a part of the education process that you're now sharing with the prospect, because they may have brought you in just to see, what the pricing is. Maybe their pain point really isn't, the place isn't getting cleaned or whatever the case is. They may just be bringing you in just for pricing, but now you can start to show them, well, okay, I know that you're looking for a cheaper price, but look at the dust, look at this, look at this, look at this. And now you can start to show them different things. And now you can tell them how you can come in, how your company can come in and service them at a really, really high level to get them, one, not only what they're paying for, but exceed their expectations throughout the entire process. So that was really, really long-winded, man. I hope I answered your question.
You definitely gave him a whole class on it.
My bad, man.
I was looking for a little quick tip. But I tell you what, though, definitely go watch Marcus's interview with me, too. He got 2 of them, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2, yeah.
I don't remember which interview it was, but both won't hurt. But it was something specific, and I forgot what it was. But definitely watch those interviews he got with me. And then real quick, you made me think of something, too, because you are in Clean Business Network, bro. So really just follow the course. Like, go to the Clean Business Starter course and really follow it, because I show you how to do everything so you can look like a bigger company anyway. I walk you through building your website step by step. That's going to make you look bigger if you got a nice professional website. I show you to order your logo shirts and where to get them from. That's going to make you look bigger by having a logo shirt and not walking in there with some damn basketball shorts on. Order your business card. That's going to make you look better. Or if you want to go a step further, I'm looking for mine. It's over there. Get you some brochures. You know what I mean? Instead of don't just hand them a business card, give them a brochure too, something to read, leave a lasting impression. Get on Google My Business. Well, Google Business Profile now, I think is what it's called. Get up there. And then also ask your friends and family to leave some 5-star reviews when you do it, right? That'll help you look bigger than what you are. But Bob, and another thing, use the Clean Business Network app and use the walkthrough feature. And if you have a tablet, that's even better. But if not, then you can do it on your phone. But having that digital walkthrough help your company stand out, especially if you can do it on the tablet, like you up to some professional, like you've been doing this for a while. Or if you don't want to go that route because it is kind of slow, trying to type all of that in, bam, do it a different way. At least how your laser measure, I'm looking for that. That's usually around here somewhere. But how your laser measuring tool and measure the square footage. A lot of people don't like to do that, but I'm going to tell you, every single time I ever whipped it out, the people were impressed. Like, oh, damn, you're going that hard? Like, you know what I mean? You're going to really whip out this shit and actually get the square footage? You must be serious. You know what you're doing. So little stuff like that to help you stand out. And all of that is in the starter course, bro. So definitely take some time to go back and go through that Cleaning Business starter course. Shout out Miss Karen checking in. She said different so do hotel corners out. She's just giving out games. Shout out Miss Karen. Right. And I think we got one last one and we'll wrap it up, y'all. Right. What is that? All right, 2 more. That's it. After Passion Plus, that's it. Eric got one more. He said, when letting go of accounts, how do you ensure that you'll receive your final payment without a court?
Like without going to court.
I see how you're saying it. Okay, without a court, of course. I got you. Okay. So, I mean, typically people do good business. If y'all got a 30-day notice set up and y'all already know the end date and you send in the last invoice, they're typically going to pay. And then if they don't, then you take them to court. I mean, but typically people fought, like, from my experience, when we come from poor backgrounds, we're always skeptical. And so we always got our guard up. But I'm going to tell you, typically in business, you can trust people, and you're gonna have to trust people if you want to grow anyway. But typically, most people in business, they do what they say they're gonna do, and that's why I always like to have subcontractors instead of employees too. And I hope that don't sound a particular way, but it just is what it is based on my experience.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
if you're,
make sure. Oh, go ahead, Mila.
I was gonna say, thanks, Marcus. If you're really worried about it, and if you like have a feeling that they're not gonna pay you, I mean, if you have some leverage, I would just hold on to it. Like if you got keys, if you got something, you know, when you give me my money, or like when you do that exchange, you know, that's the end of that. Like, how do you make it finalized?
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hell, even put that in your contract too. That's a good one.
Yep. Yeah, that's just what I was gonna say. Make sure it's in your contract.
All right, and it's the last one. All right, I'll do one more because it's about join the Clean Business Network. Is the automation course $997 up front, and then what? Yes. So the $997 up front is just because you get in the course with it. So when you join Clean Business Network, you can just straight get it for $99 a month, because I don't really care if you get to start a course. I damn near want to get that one away for free anyway. Not that it's not as valuable. It's actually more valuable because it gives you everything from A to Z for the beginners. But I know that y'all ain't really got it like that. Y'all starting off. Automation people, on the other hand, you should already be in business a little bit. You should know something. So yeah, you pay $997 up front for the course, and then you also get a year free because you paid that. And really, I need to raise that. But anyway, and then after that whole year, you got everything together. Then it's only $199 per month, and you get a different CRM than what the regular members get. So yes. All right, what else we got? All right, Passion Plus, the last one right here. Thank you all for your time. Which niche of commercial accounts are typically easy to start at $2,000 a month or $500 a week, and how frequent would those would work be for that account? I mean, it could be any type of account. It could be a restaurant, it could be a real estate office, it could be a law office, it could be all type of stuff. Banks. It just depends on more so the size, the level of difficulty, and how often you're going to that contract. But in my experience, typical is going to be these larger offices. And when I say offices, I know that's broad. So I'm trying to think of like niches. Maybe a real estate office, like I said, maybe a trucking company, maybe some type of logistics company, but something like that where they got a big office. They probably got some cubicles in there or a bunch of different individual offices. And you probably going to go there 5 days a week or something like that. So that's my answer on that. What you got, Marcus?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, but it also too depends where she is. What part of the country it could depend. Like, you know, if I'm in Seattle, we can get those kind of counts, you know, anywhere almost, just because the cost of living is so high. So it just really depends on where you are. But yeah, you're right. And I do like those administrative offices. I like those a lot better just because they're a lot cleaner.
Me too.
But for me though, personally, rather than having, you know, just one or two really big accounts, I like to kind of diversify and have a lot of other big accounts. Like I'd rather have 4 accounts that pay me $500 versus one that just pays, you know, $2,000, just so I can make sure that I'm covered if anything were to happen. So
yeah. Cool, y'all. And I agree with that, by the way. I can see it's pros and cons to both, because it's like, okay, well, if you get one big one, then you don't got to have your staff driving, you know, to 5 different places. Yeah. But it's definitely some pros and cons to both, like you said, because if you lose one, then you don't take a big hit. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. Make sure you go to www.cbnconference.com. Why can I not talk today, y'all? What is going on with me? But anyway, thank y'all for being here. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. If you like what you hear, if you want to see us in person, we all going to be on the stage. So make sure you get your tickets. The conference is February 28th through March 1st. This is for everybody that want to start and grow a cleaning company, and really just business in general, y'all. It's a gathering for entrepreneurs. Piece of my mustache got in my mouth. It's a gathering for entrepreneurs. And we just going to, for one, is a celebration. It's not just education, right? So if you read the flyer, it always says celebrating the cleaning industry, because we just gathering together. Don't nobody else do it like the Clean Business Network Conference does it. That's a fact. If you go to any other conference, I promise you, it ain't going to be like this. So make sure you get your tickets, www.cbnconference.com. I'm AJ Simmons, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all want to go ahead and sign up?
Yeah, I'm Mila, the Hostkeyper on the internet, you guys, on Instagram, on YouTube. Follow me on my channel. I give advice about Airbnb cleaning there. And have a great Tuesday night.
You want to go ahead, Mark?
All right, I'll go. Yeah, so once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. with Clean Things Solutions on YouTube and Instagram. And I just started TikTok, but I think I'm gonna probably get rid of TikTok. I don't think I like that too much. But yeah. So on all those channels, I'm always talking about how to start, grow commercial cleaning businesses. I will be in Vegas for this conference. Make sure you guys get your tickets. I can't wait to meet everyone there and everyone who's been a part of the CBN family for so long. I finally get to meet AJ face to face, who never met in person, been having so many conversations over the years. But this year is going to be something special because I think that, everyone's coming together. We got so many different people. The group is doing nothing but growing. And, I'm excited to see everyone there. So I'll see you then.
Thank you guys for watching. My name is Raylan. You guys can follow me on YouTube at the Hustle Network. Instagram, I'm really not on too much, but I appreciate you guys watching, and I will also be at the CBN conference, and I'm excited as well.
All right, y'all. Well, let's get it. Looking forward to seeing everybody in February. We out of here.
Headed to the top. There ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring. Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the #1 source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.